whenever I'm ready. I have nothing to say about the last 5 minutes. Coach Robinson coached that part of the game. You guys be sure and tell Coach Rob I said that. It was unbelievable. I thought from a big stretch in the second half, we were really, really good. We were making shots. We were defending. And then all of a sudden, the 5-minute mark, we have 5 turnovers. Thank goodness when we missed a bunch of shots, we also got the rebound. Theo goes to the line and makes 2 free throws to salt it away. Kenny took a big-time charge for us. But you got to congratulate Duke, but gracious sakes, they made a bunch of shots. And when they beat us over there 7 days ago, I thought we were timid or tight or scared. Remember I told you that? You guys get to choose. I didn't necessarily think we were that today. We were just sloppy. We threw one look-away pass and turned it over. We turned it over, and Kenny's running down there to get the ball in the backcourt, and I'm screaming, no, 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 because I knew that they threw the ball. It was going to be a backcourt violation, and he slips and falls, and it's their ball back out of bounds. It was some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. But the bottom line is that we made enough plays, and we're still playing. So I'm happy, and if you guys will direct your questions towards the players first so we can let them get out of here, that'll be good.
First question to our right.
Brett Friedlander, North State Journal for Theo, and if either of the other two guys want to answer, could you describe what that last 6 minutes was like? I mean, what's going through your head, and how do you handle all that?
I know personally, it's just another thing I can say that I've been through. I mean, me and JB been through literally every single situation you can go through. I mean, going down the sideline, I got the ball in my hands and I feel it slip off and out of my hands. I'm just like, oh my God, you got to make up for this one. But I just like how we fought back. I mean, at the same time, you just got to keep playing. I mean, you can't just stop. I mean, the game's still going on, and you just want to make plays. And we got some big-time offensive rebounds. That's part of the game also. We extended a couple drives, and the time went down.
Extended
Possessions. What'd I say?
Yeah, I think towards the end, we were just trying not to make mistakes, and we end up making mistakes instead of just continuing to be aggressive. And, Coach always wants us to make the smart play, but at that time, we just stopped being aggressive, and they were the ones that were being aggressive. So situations like that, we just got to keep playing and just remember that we can't stop being aggressive. And at that time, that's what we did, and that's why we made the game so close.
Luke?
Yeah, I agree.
Well said. First to our left.
Allen Fields, the three-point conversion. This question is for Theo. A completely opposite game for you as far as overall from the last game, but how did it feel to have the game in your hands at that point to, sort of end it well for you?
Yeah, I mean, I made a big-time turnover that I needed to make up for, and I'm going to be honest, I was like, you're making these 2 free throws. Like, you just almost blew the game for your team, so you have to make them. And I went up to the line. Coach was like, be big time, make this shot. And I stepped up to it and knocked him in.
Right in front of me.
This is Chris Idell from Herb Radio. This is all for the 3 players. Talk about playing against Virginia. The last time you guys played them, it was a tough game. So what do you guys have to do tomorrow to get better, to win a game?
Yeah, we just got to make sure we're taking good shots and making sure we're moving them on the defensive end. They're great defensively, and we just got to make sure that we limit our mistakes. If you make a turnover, you know that you're going down and you're about to play defense for 30 seconds because they keep moving the ball until they get what they want to get. So we have to limit our turnovers and make sure that we're getting great shots on the offensive end.
I think also defensively, we've really stepped up these past couple games and played a lot better, and I think that's important for us to continue, especially against their team, very good defensively as well.
I agree.
For Mar Sports Channel 8, you guys played 3 games in a 5-day stretch earlier in the season and won them all. You played 3 in a 3-day stretch now with another game coming tomorrow. Are you guys tired at all?
No. I feel great.
We got some of the best people on our staff to really help us out, and I mean they do so much for us behind the scenes, and we're really lucky to have them behind with us.
Reminder, both locker rooms are currently open to our right.
And Luke's talking about they stay here last night and they got in the hot and the cold tub. They do all those things to try to restore their legs. I mean, Jonas Saratian, our trainer, and Doug Halverson. I mean, Jonas is our strength conditioning coach, and Doug Halverson, our trainer, really do a great job. They don't get the credit, but behind the scenes, they do a great deal with all of these guys. They saw Joel last thing before he went to bed last night. Saw him first thing he got up this morning, and those guys really do try to make sure that they're as refreshed as they possibly can be. And then other than that, it's all in your mind, and I hope it's not in our mind.
Back right.
Bobby Manning, CLNS Media. Roy, what's been the key?
Could you direct it to the players so they can leave?
Theo, what's been key to this team's success against the 2-3 zone? Did seeing Syracuse earlier this week help prepare for you at all for this game?
Just playing against the 2-3 zones. I mean, we went through these couple games going against Syracuse and Duke, and we have really good passes on this team. Like I said before, we look for each other and we're very unselfish, and that's one thing we don't have to worry about. You're willing to move and cut when you know guys are looking for you. So I think that's the biggest thing for us.
Take 2 more questions for the players. First one to our left.
Greg Barnes in South Carolina. For the players, guys, Duke shot 41%, third straight game in this tournament that you've played very good defense. You talked about needing to flip that switch. Do you feel after 3 games that switch has been flipped defensively?
I think so. I think we can still get better on the defensive end, but that's the one thing that's just been killing us. You know, like I always say, we can score the ball. We have people that can score, but it's just about can you stop other people from scoring. And when we're playing defense and we're out there just running around and being active and competing, you know, it's hard to stop us. And that's why each and every time, whenever I get a chance, I just let them know we got to get stops. We got to get stops because that's what it's all about. And like I said, when we're playing defense and we're competing, we know we can get the ball and go down and score. So it plays into our hands. So we just got to continue that.
Last question for the players. Back right.
This question is for Barry. My name is Vincent Davis, New York Amsterdam News. Right here.
Oh, okay.
After Jason Allen's flagrant foul.
Who?
He said Jason.
Jason Tatum was here watching the game.
Yeah. Sorry, the flagrant foul.
Yes, sir.
What type of question? I mean, what were y'all discussing out there on center court?
Oh, yeah. I told him, you know, they're always going to get on him about that. Any little trip he does, if he put a finger on somebody, you know, they're going to react. So it's always a joking thing with me and Grayson. You know, I don't have any hatred towards him. You know, we're good friends. We're both from Florida, and we play with each other. But I just told him that, you know, you just got to watch yourself because anything you do like that, you know, they're going to get on you about. So that's why we just laughed it off. And
yeah, all of us are good friends. Like me and Joel played on the same team with him at,
Somewhere.
In the summer. And it was nothing. We cool with him. Just after the game, we told him just good game and stuff like that.
Okay, guys, thanks. You guys head out. Okay, questions for Coach? Front row. Or right here, Coach.
Roy, how big was the contribution that Garrison Brooks gave you tonight? And was it just a matchup thing you needed to get a big in there against their bigs?
Well, a little bit of both. You know, Theo got the 2 fouls, so I was trying to be very cautious with him in the first half and hopefully he didn't get his third. And then when he got his third, I put Garrison back in. But I thought their bench had outscored our bench dramatically in the first 2 games. And so we did challenge our guys. And I think that with Garrison getting 10 and Sterling getting 6, that was big for us. So part of it was Theo's fouls. Part of it was trying to get some other guys involved. And part of it was the matchups. I mean, because we had Theo guarding Marvin for quite a while. We had tried to guard him with Cam for a while. You know, so it was a little bit of both. But the most impressive thing to me, and I just looked down now and I remember that Steve Kirshner said, guys, we had 28 field goals and we had 24 assists. That's pretty doggone impressive right there, too.
To our left.
Joe Giglio from the News and Observer. Roy, before the first Duke game, I asked you if you had switched identities with Duke this season. I'm wondering if you're going to pull off this, complete the analogy here by winning this tournament 4 games in 4 days and by beating them.
Yeah, you know, it is strange there. I'm not as comfortable with this change in personalities, I can tell you that. But for us, we need to be North Carolina. We're a good shooting team, and we haven't shot the ball very well yet. we're a good attacking team, and we haven't attacked very well yet. The thing that we've done better here for these 3 games is we've been very unselfish, and we've guarded a little bit better, which I've always wanted to do that, but we need to shoot the ball better. And you know, the turnovers, the sloppiness that we have at times can really kill you against Virginia because they're so efficient on the offensive end of the floor. If you don't continue scoring yourself, it's really, really difficult. So we've got to understand that, and I'd like to, for one more day, yes, I'd like to change personalities. I'd like to be able to do what Duke did last year.
First row to our left.
Alan Fields of the three-point conversion. Coach, those last 20 seconds, have you ever been involved in such a just back and forth, just down to the wire like that?
I don't think so. You know, I've coached a lot of games. I mean, I've been over there for 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, ever how many dadgum one it is. But I don't remember seeing anything like that. But yet last year in the Final Four, we missed 4 straight free throws and got the offensive rebound. And I'm up there, and Kennedy Meeks says, "Oh yeah, I've seen that." And I said, "I've seen a million games. I've never seen anything like that." So I haven't seen anything like that. I mean, Luke loses a dribble on the baseline. Theo drops the ball out of bounds. Kenny is coming to pick up a loose ball in the backcourt once I'm screaming, "No, no, no, no," because their guy clearly threw it backcourt, and he falls and knocks the ball out of bounds. I mean, you can't make that crap up. It's just something that happens. And so, no, I've never seen anything like that.
Take 2 more questions. First one here.
Hey, Coach Roy, Chris Idell from Herb FM Radio.
I have no idea who you are or what you said. Where are you from?
Herb FM Radio in Baltimore.
Okay, you're really a fast talker.
Sorry.
I am too during timeouts. My players don't know what the hell I'm telling them either.
Anyway, talk about your bench tonight. You guys outscored them 16-0. You know, is it better from last night when you guys had to, put them in early?
Yeah, and we said something to the guys before him because the last couple of games, the last 2 games, their bench is completely out. Manned ours, points, rebounds, everything. And so we wanted our guys to give us a good lift. And I thought Garrison was really good. Sterling was 6? I thought he gave us some moments. He's around that basket. I get on him all the time about going up strong with it because I thought he's too soft. His first 2 attempts were both blocked. I forget which time it might have been after the flagrant foul or something. I think that's when it was. I grabbed him by his shirt as hard as I've ever grabbed any player. I think I've only grabbed 3 players in 30 years, but I grabbed him by his shirt and was screaming at him because I'm talking to my players about what we're going to do. And I'm really good at math. And I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. My big fellow standing over there. My man was checking the crowd out. Now he's in the game, so I grabbed him by his shirt and pulled him over there. So if anybody sees that I assaulted somebody, I'm asking for forgiveness before you guys accuse me of doing it. But then Theo said that I could grab him, and I told him, I said, I've wanted to grab you a lot too, but I've never done it. But the bench was big for us, yes.
Last question, say your name slowly.
Hi, Coach.
Dave.
David Glenn from
Attaboy,
the
Dave.
David Glenn Show and ACCSports.com. You mentioned the UVA game, turned it over 19 times, shot 30% from the field roughly. Do you say that was 2 months ago, your lineup's different, you've gotten better, or are there things you can take away from what happened on January 6th?
I'll say that we got to play a heck of a lot better. I mean, guys, they're the #1 team in the country. They're the #1 team unanimously. And they beat us by 77 points or whatever it was. So we've got to go in there and try to play the perfect game. If we try to play the perfect game and play as close as we can possibly play to that, then we'll have a chance to win. There's nobody that has more respect and admiration for the way another coach coaches than what I feel for Tony Bennett. I'm serious. I really enjoyed his dad, liked watching his teams. We had some golf conversations, and I think Tony's just done a marvelous job. You realize they weren't even picked in the top 25? I mean, what he's done this year is a kind of year for a coach that you dream about. So I'm going to say those things because they're well-deserved, but we have to play better. We really have to play a lot better, and if we play a lot better, then we'll have a chance. I think we have improved in some areas. I think the personnel's a little different, the way we play. For us, a lot of things have to go right in order to beat Virginia. It's 20.9 seconds average time of possession on the defensive end of the floor for them. So we've got to be tough enough to bend our knees and stay in the defensive stance long enough, get good shots. all over, and again, we'll have a chance.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, guys.